Hello and happy Magical Monday. We have made it to this beautiful Monday. It's post-eclipse season now. We're just wrapping up loose ends and we're kind of entering the season of gratitude, as I like to call it. I always like to think of Thanksgiving as its own gratitude season. Once we kind of get past that Halloween, once we get through all the things that 11/11 does for us, now we're in this Thanksgiving season. And I understand that there's a lot of things to be grateful for in the world. It's been intense. So if you're feeling like you're still having an energy hangover from it, go ahead and shift it by starting to see what is good in your life. Anytime you're feeling off, anytime you're feeling depleted, gratitude is always the answer. And even if you're feeling like you don't have what you want or what you need, gratitude is still going to be the answer, because you cannot be in gratitude and lack at the same time. So what I want you to do is think about, how is your life more magical? How has your life evolved? Even if you feel like you've taken a step back, what is it that is going right? What is it that is on the horizon that you can be grateful for? And it's also, for me, a time to get really clear and get really inward. There's also an energy at that point about preparation. And if you've ever heard me talk before, you know that I'm going to talk about how gratitude is actually the key to manifestation. So it's the key to overcome negative emotions. It's the key for manifestation, and it just feels good. So I want you to just kind of recenter tonight, be in your space, and let's just kind of work our way through it. Let yourself go. Let's just imagine washing away, removing and clearing everything we've been holding on to. Maybe there's been some intensity. Maybe there's been a Monday. Whatever it is that's going on for you, just imagine letting that wave of clearing and clarity and peace walk over you, and that'll help you start to recenter. The astrology right now is that you're in the disseminating moon. It won't be new again until the day before Thanksgiving. So right now you're in sort of the dark moon phase after the time change and everything else. It is dark earlier in the evening. That darkness does ask us to go inward and look at our shadow self. It asks us, what are you needing to let go of to bring in the rebirth? What are you wanting to plant? Because it's really sort of, in some ways, planting season as well, or preparing for planting season. So as we go into the end of the year, it's really amazing to be able to get clarity on what is to come. And for the Celtic world, this is actually New Year already. So we're in those new beginning stages. So we go inward, we get really fierce in shadow season, and we get really clear. I've been doing a lot more meditating right now. Choose that meditation, choose that inner clarity, and there's just so much that can be done right now with that. We're in just an opportunity time, and it's often a little bit crazy how easily it is to manifest when we're coming from the attitude of, it's already mine now. So as I like to say it, you're going to put your gratitude in a statement. I'm so grateful and thankful this is in my life now. So as you're working through this, you want to actually put what is working right. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm going to Egypt. I'm so grateful and thankful that I have friends and family and I'm abundant. I'm so grateful and thankful that I have meaningful expressions of my work. And then you would add in what you're calling in the middle of that. I'm so grateful and thankful for, and then you can just fill in the blank as it is already done. So you want to say it in the same way as something that you know has already happened, is already happening. I'm so grateful for how far I've come. And then you get to say, I'm so grateful that next year I put out a stellar program that everybody signs up for. And thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So you basically are hacking your brain to know that some of these things are already done. So of course, and I love that wording, of course, what I'm doing in the future is already done. So that's how I do it, and it's worked for me. I've been using this tool, the gratitude manifestation tool, for 12 years, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Of course, if you are stuck on your manifestation, if you feel like there is something that is keeping you blocked, I use theta healing to get through the digging. I use a bunch of tools in my toolbox to find out where's the point of origin and how did I get stuck in the first place? Where is the energy not moving? What is my belief around that? And then I used downloads and programming, neuro-linguistic programming and downloads to shift that pattern. And one of those ways that I do that is through the gratitude statement. But there's many more ways. If it is something that you want some help with, of course, I've got my new high-end coaching program. And by high-end, what I mean is very short amount of time. Because I used to do a 1-year coaching package, and we would see these massive transformations in 1 year. And this year I was led to collapse time in a way that I've never done it before. And I've had a few people who have signed up over the last few months to do this in a really fast, really rapid formula. So I've been doing it in 8 to 12 weeks, and it's really powerful. It's really special. And that's my Living Magically coaching program. So if you want some help and you can't do this yourself, private message me and we'll see if Living Magically is a good fit. And that's really something I haven't done in a really long time, which is one-on-one private coaching with me. We will get to the bottom of things. The people that I have in the program right now are flying with their crazy, awesome manifestations. It's just happening super, super fast. On another note, I will be gone for Thanksgiving week. I am actually doing a VIP cruise with a spiritual cruise with my friends and mentors. And so with that week, I will be off in the Caribbean over Thanksgiving. And our dear other soul circle manifester, Mecca, is going to be on this week or next Monday, replacing me. So same time, same place, but it's going to be Mecca, and you never want to miss what Mecca has to say because she's super amazing. And if you are local, you should come out this week because she is actually doing a concert. It's kind of rare to see her in person do her acoustic set, and she's going to do an acoustic set, and she's going to do her metal set, and I think she's even got some. If you missed the Witches Ball, it's Thursday. They're actually going to do some sound bites from the Witches Ball, so it's going to be a really good show up in Sanford this week. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In my attitude of gratitude, I really wouldn't be able to do these soul circles without Mecca. I wouldn't be able to do them without Marissa, and I wouldn't be able to do them without the help of some of my other angels like Ashton and Melissa. So really, I know I'm the face here, but it is the season for gratitude, and I want to thank my team, Ms. Mechanism, Marissa Bailey, Ashton, Melissa Baker, and also just anybody that watches. We're over 1,000 people strong, and I really wouldn't be able to do it without you coming on. You fuel me. Coming on here is like getting to talk to family, and I want to encourage you to share your dreams, share what you're doing. It's okay to post what you've got going on in the Soul Circle Facebook group. If you're watching this on a replay later, maybe you want to join the Soul Circle Facebook group, because it is something that we've been doing, and it's growing, and it's getting a lot of fun, and show us what you got going on. I am so grateful for you, and we want to support you here at Soul Circle, and I love you. Like, I really do. There's this part of me that is so grateful for every single one of you that shows up. I know that you're showing up because it's for you, and that's the important part. I really am proud because you're showing up for you. This is the other energy of the season, is starting to show up as your most authentic self. So one of the big key notes in the astrology right now is showing up authentically and putting yourself in the driver's seat, putting yourself in that space of, I can do this. I'm going to put myself forward. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm not going to put myself in the passenger seat. I'm going to drive my boat. I'm going to drive my train. I'm going to drive my truck. I'm going to drive my airplane. Whatever vehicle you are using, you are now the driver in your life. And it doesn't matter which way you're getting there. Pick a destination, get going, and show up for yourself. Every time you show up for yourself, the universe is going to answer. Every time you put an action in motion, you do something, anything that is for your own spiritual, mental, physical, financial well-being, the universe is going to see you showing up for yourself, and the momentum is going to start hitting. And that's the law of momentum. And when we do one thing, really other things are going to start happening. When we put something in motion, it's going to spiral into more motion, more money, more time, more energy. So whatever we're doing, the law of momentum is going to give it speed. It's going to give it rapidness. And that's what I want to see for you. I want to see you getting what it is you desire, what it is you dream of. And so these tools, putting together the gratitude, putting together choosing yourself, putting together showing up for yourself, and last but not least, I want you to see yourself as it is already done. See yourself in the energy. So that's a form of meditation that I want to have you start looking at. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it really go through your mind? What does it taste like? What is it in your heart? What is it in your mind's eye? What is this experience that you're asking for? What does it already feel like? And once you've meditated on it, once you've gone through those steps, your soul already has, and your brain already has, the tools of knowing what it's like. Once you've walked through it visually in meditation, your brain doesn't know that it hasn't done it yet. And a lot of times it's our big, beautiful brain that stops us from manifesting because we haven't done it. Even if it's supposed to be better for us, our brain says, if you haven't done this, I don't know that it's safe, so I'm going to stop you from doing it. I'm going to do the safe thing, even if it's not the better thing. I'm going to do the thing you have survived in the past through. But once you've meditated on it, once you've energized it, once you've worked it through on a neurological pathway, it's going to give it solid check box. Oh, I've already done this, because your brain doesn't know the difference between a meditation and an experience. It doesn't really know the difference between a memory and the now, because we only have the now. So even if you're living through a memory, that's what anxiety is. We're reliving an anxious state of being from what has happened in the past or what hasn't happened in the past. So instead, if you get into meditation, if you get into gratitude, and you get into the state of knowing, the state of being, the state of owning your power, then you get into the state of momentum and magic and miracles. And so that's where gratitude starts moving you forward. That's where gratitude and miracle making moves you forward. You get out of the unstuck and you move forward with grace and ease and love and joy. And that's our goal. That's our intention here, is to live a magical life. And someone asked me just yesterday, what does that mean when you're saying live magically or live a magical life? My version of living magically is that I am living an intentional life. Magic is focusing your mind and your intentions on what you desire and doing that. So you could make a cup of tea, or you can make a magical cup of tea. I could just make some tea and then I could drink it and it would be nothing. But if I wanted to make a magical cup of tea, I'd have to think ahead. I want this kind of herb, and I'm going to boil it, and I'm going to meditate on it, and I'm going to pray on it. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab this absolutely gorgeous rose quartz teacup. So you boil the herbs and then but I've got to let them sit, because to drink out of a rose quartz teacup, it can't be too hot. So it has to get back down to room temperature. So I infuse the herbs with love. I infuse the tea with my intention of quenching my thirst and of filling me with love. Then I pour the tea into a magical teacup and I start drinking with the energy of gratitude. I start drinking with the energy of love. And that's the difference between I could have a cup of tea or I could have a magical cup of tea. So that's really the intention here that I want you to start thinking about. We overcome our obstacles, and that's sometimes harder to do than you think. And sometimes it's nice to get a professional eye on it. That's what I do for you. If you need to get someone to dig into where you're stuck, that's what I do the best. That's the Living Magically program. And if you're like, I don't need necessarily one-on-one coaching, but I want to delve deeply into my spirituality this year, I do have a very special program which I have been working on for a lot of years, and it has come through. A few years ago, I announced at the beginning of October 2020 that I was opening the Odyssey school to have the Goddess Within Mystery School. And since then, it's refined itself to be the Rose Gates. And in that Rose Gates, we realize that each rose has a different color, has a different mystery. So like, for example, the pink rose is about unconditional love and owning your divinity. The the other colors each have its own theme. And we're going to be going through 4 colors of roses this year. We're going to go through the purple rose. We're going to go through the yellow rose, the red rose, and the white rose. And the mysticism behind things like psychic development, connecting to your body, and growing what is within you. We are also going to be learning how to really embody the mystery of being a goddess, being one with your own self, and the mystery of those psychic senses, and the mystery behind the moon phases and the numerology and the Akashic records. We're going to do that all in a program that I am super excited to create and bring to you this year. So if that's something you're interested in, we actually have a really, really juicy special for you, which is through this month. If you do sign up now, you start into the Magic Moon Circles group. Really, you start 2 months early, or a month and a half early, and you start getting the free programs. You get the rose, the pink rose, and the black rose, which we've already done those courses, so they're already ready to go. So you could be making a difference in your spiritual life right now, starting tomorrow, starting tonight if you wanted to. By joining now, you get this extra layer of study, and it's all because I am feeling super grateful. We're going to give it away this month. So the pink rose and the black rose are coming in free if you sign up for next year's program now. And that gives you a little bit of time to get all caught up before the beginning of the year when we start the new program. And I'm super excited. I'm super jazzed about it. It's the best thing I've ever written in my entire life. It's the accumulation of 22 years of magical learnings and teachings and psychic development. And it's 12 years. It's taking some of my theta healing knowledge and the work I've been doing for the last 12 years, and it's wrapping it all up in a beautiful rose bow. And I'm excited. I'm like literally, this is the best thing I've ever worked on. And there's some big stuff coming around in 2023. And anybody that's in this program, it is already included. So of course there's going to be individual things, but the best way to do it is to save by having it all encompassing, having everything included all in one package. And now is the time. And so we'll drop the link in the comment section if you're interested. And the whole point that I'm trying to make is, what are you going to do to dedicate yourself to yourself? There's growth in this season. It may seem like winter, but winter is when we plant the seeds for what we're manifesting. Winter is when we go and get connected spiritually. As we move from fall into winter, as we move into our deepest level understanding of the mystery of ourself, we do this in a way that's going to open us up, unstick us, and get us into this new phase. 2023 is going to be bursting everybody open. So no matter what you do, just think about the fact that next year is about bursting open. So what do you need to calibrate right now? And so I'll just let you kind of lean into that. What are you calibrating right now? What are you getting ready for? What are you showing up as? And are you doing it from a place of gratitude and inspiration? That's my message for tonight. Everything should be coming from an attitude of gratitude. It is the season, and it really does make everything super potent, super easy. And I am always so grateful for you. And I love you. Have yourself a magical week. It should be a lot less intense and a lot easier this week. than it was last week with the eclipse and the portal and everything. So just kind of take this time to recalibrate, live in the now, and live magically.